I used to try to fit in, odd man out. I could never conform, I'm a standout. Trying to be like them, it never panned out. I took a different route, I got it planned out. I made my own.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beautiful Ashes. It's your girl Toya, and I'm back with another video for y'all. New year, who this? New hair, well, old hair, but new curls in my hair. New backdrop, I'm back 2022, trying to do it better than I ever did it. You feel me? So anyway, I hope y'all had a happy new year, or still having a happy new year. I hope y'all year's off to a strong start. New year, new us, right? So I hope that we're leaving 2021 where it belongs, in the past. I hope we learn whatever lessons God intended for us to learn, and I hope that we're applying them to our lives so that we ain't got to repeat our mistakes. So tonight I wanted to talk about self-sabotage. So I mentioned that in my last video. The last couple of videos been kind of linked, right? So first I talked about the whole cheating fiasco with me and a couple of exes. Then my last video, I talked about how I met my husband. And now in this video, I'm talking about self-sabotage, which I briefly went into last time. But basically, how many of us are guilty of that? First, raise your hand. I can't see you, but still, be honest. Be honest with yourself. So a lot of times I find that we, especially women, tend to self-sabotage. We'll have something good going and we'll find a way to mess it up. Like, we'll try to find something that's wrong with it. We'll do a lot of overthinking, overanalyzing. Sometimes we just won't leave well enough alone. And I think that we have to look at the deeper issue. Like, why are we self-sabotaging? Do we not think we're good enough? Do we not think that we deserve the happiness and the goodness that's coming our way? Like, why do we get in the way of our own happiness? Like, really ponder that and think about it. Like, think about a time in your life where something was going really well, but you did something to mess it up. Like, I don't think that's happenstance. Like, I think that's like an unintentional thing, like a subconscious thing. Is that the word I'm looking for? Subconscious. I think it's like a subconscious thing that we do. So in my last video, I was talking about how I met my husband. Like, initially, because he wasn't my type, I tried to find something wrong with him. Like, I don't know, everybody has an idea of what their future boyfriend gonna look like and be like, and we all box ourselves into a type at certain points, right? So throughout the years, I had kind of developed a little type of sorts, a certain type of guys that I liked. And so anyhow, when I met my husband, like I said initially, we met at the fight and everything, so I couldn't really make good eye contact. I couldn't really see exactly what he looked like, from head to toe. I knew he was a nice looking guy, but I just really couldn't soak everything in, right? So then, once I did have an opportunity to fully see him, see his apparel and everything, like, my first thing was like, man, he dressed different. He dressed different to the guys that I'm used to dating. And then, he just had his own little swag going on. He used to wear these little preppy shoes, right? When he listens to this video, he gonna laugh, because I used to pick with him about these shoes all the time. But they was like, all right, you know how we be having Jordans and stuff, and just like tennis shoes or sneakers, whatever you call them. He used to have like these little preppy sneakers. It'd be like some fish head, like Converse looking shoes, but it'd be like Jordans. I don't know. I never seen nothing like it before. And that was like his thing. So like, I allowed that to kind of mess with me. Like, I don't know if I'm feeling the way he dressed. I don't know if I'm feeling his whole situation. Nice guy, definitely a cute guy or whatever, but just like, it ain't really what I'm used to dating, So basically what I tried to do, I tried to find different reasons why I shouldn't date him, So even though he didn't really do anything wrong, it's like anything that he said or any type of characteristic that he displayed, I'll like question it, and I'll be like, maybe I shouldn't talk to him. Maybe, like, I don't know if he is the one for me. I just would really overthink things. It didn't have to be overthought, because he was a very genuine guy, very authentic. And I knew out the gate he was different than anybody I ever dated. So not only was he not my typical type, but he didn't act like my typical type. Like, guy, very, very respectful, very, very honest. Like, you know, very consistent. If he said he was going to do it, he was going to do it. I didn't have to question it. His actions and his words lined up. Like, it was like night and day compared to what I used to date. But for some reason, I was getting in my own way. So I end up like cutting things off with him. So after like a couple of weeks of us dating and being around each other, and then mind you, I was feeling this guy. I was liking him. But I just allowed my mind to go into overdrive, and I was just like, man, I don't think this is for me. You know, I don't think that he's the one. Just based off of physical characteristics. And like I said, it wasn't like he was a bad looking guy, but it was just like, you know, I like the little pretty boy look and the little, you know, pretty boy dressing type thing or whatever. Like, not necessarily name brand, you know, I wasn't like a brand hoe or nothing like that, but you know, we all like what we like, right? But sometimes what you like might be in the way you getting what you need to have. You know, a lot of times we get caught up in, oh, he got to be this, he got to be that. You know, you got your little checklist. Man, 2022, y'all, we got to throw that checklist out the window. Now, I'm not saying don't have your deal breakers or don't have your must-have list. You know, those are important, but the whole kind of shallow thing, like, oh, he gotta, you know, make this much money, he gotta drive this type of car, live in this neighborhood, you know, be this tall. You know what we do. You know what us girls do. We have a whole list of things. What you have to do is build that list based off of his character and based off his integrity and based off of y'all moral values, things that are important, things that are gonna last. All that stuff come and go. But what at the core of that person, who is he? Is he somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with? And that's what I had to ask myself. I'm like, man, like, you know, this guy has everything I wanted. You know, I just got out of 2 horrible relationships, was done dirty. Like, what am I doing? You know, I got this guy, like, God's giving him to me on a silver platter, you know, and here I am trying to mess it up. So I encourage you guys to identify that type of toxic behavior within yourself and look around you. You know, you praying for a husband, you praying for a job, you praying for a house. Like, what are you doing to get away of having that? I'm not saying that's always the case, but a lot of times it is. And it's time for us to take an honest look in the mirror. It's 2022, y'all. We got to look in the mirror and be like, what is it about me that I keep doing these things? What is it about me that won't allow myself to be fully happy and allow the things that God has for me to come my way? Why do I keep blocking my blessings? So anyway, guys, short, sweet, to the point. No more self-sabotaging in 2022. We off that. We're going to embrace things. We're going to see things for what they are. We're not going to overthink it. And especially if you're looking for your husband, ladies, your husband might be right there. He might already be in your vicinity. He might be somebody that you walk by every day, somebody you talk to every day, but because of, you know, because he doesn't match your list, you might just be brushing him to the side. You might just be delaying your blessing. So I encourage you to take an honest, authentic look at yourself and see if you have the blessings in your life that you've been praying for. See if maybe they're already there and maybe you're just getting in your own way. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed talking to you, and I'll be back next week with another video. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all next week. Deuces.